Hello students, this is the second video of our module 2. So in this video I'll be explaining you the remaining part of reading a character, then writing a character, formatted input and formatted output. So in the last video I explained you about how we are going to give one character as an input by giving in our function getChar. So here we'll see one more example for it, and also after that we'll see how we are going to write a character, or how we are going to output that character with the help of putChar function, and after that we'll see what is formatted input and formatted output. So coming to the program here, so in this program we are going to check whether the character whatever we are entering, whether it is a alphabet or digit, based on the two more functions, that is alpha or digit. Alpha is a function in order to check whether the character whatever we have entered is alphabet. If it is an alphabet, then we are going to print it as the character is a letter. If it is a digit, if whatever character we are entering, if it is a digit, then we have to give the function in order to check it, is digit function, and if it is a digit, then we have to print as the character is a digit. And last is like if these two are not the possibilities, means whatever other characters we are entering, so it is not an alphanumeric character, it may be special character or some other thing. So this is the program and this is the output here. So first time I have given H as the input. Press any key. If I type H, then the character is a letter, so it will display it is a letter. Then press any key 5, the character is a digit. Then press any key. Then if I give any special character other than character and the number, that is other than the alphabet and the number, then it will be displaying it is not alphanumeric character. So this is about getChar program. Then next, moving to the writing a character. So like getChar, there is an analogous function putChar for writing characters one at a time to the terminal. That is, one character at a time it will be printed on our screen. So it takes the form as shown below, that is the syntax is given below. You can see here putChar followed by what is a variable name, and it should end with the semicolon. So this is the syntax, and where variable name is a type char variable containing a character. So we can print the character, one character at a time, with the help of this putChar function. This statement displays the character contained in the variable name at the terminal. For example, if we give answer is equals to y, already we are assigning y as our character value for this variable answer. Then if you want to put that character, that is if you want to print that character, then putChar within the bracket whatever variable name we have to give, that is the answer I'll be giving, so followed by the semicolon. So we'll display the character y on the screen. The statement putChar /n would cause the cursor on the screen to move to the beginning of the next line. And these are the two different possibilities where we are using this output statement putChar, that is output function putChar. That is, first time if you want to print any character, any single character, then we'll be using this function, or else if you want to move the cursor to the next line, we'll be going with putChar followed by /n. Next, moving to the formatted input, that is scanf statement. So scanf statement or scanf function, it is used for reading the values from the keyboard. So we can read different types, different data types values from our keyboard. So how we are going to read, what is the syntax for reading, so everything we'll see in this video. So formatted input to an input data that has been arranged in a particular format. So for example, consider the following data. We have three different types of data here. 15.75 is the floating point number, 123, 123 is the integer number, John is the character or a string. So this line contains three pieces of data arranged in a particular form. Such data has to be read conforming to the format of its appearance. For example, the first part of the data should be read into a variable float, the second into int, and the third part into the character. So as we see this examples here, so first one is float, second one is integer, third one is a character type. So this is possible by using the scan function, that is scanf function. Scanf means scan formatted. So full form of scanf is scan formatted. The control string specifies the field format in which the data is to be entered, and the arguments argument 1, 2 till argument n specify the address of locations where the data is stored. The control string and arguments are separated by the commas. The field specification consisting of the conversion character percentage, a data type character or a type specifier, and an optional number specifying the field width. Blanks, tabs or new lines. Then blanks, tabs and new lines are ignored. The data type character indicates the type of data is to be assigned to the variable associated with the corresponding argument. The field width specifier is optional. So here we have different types of inputs which we are giving for the numbers. Inputting integer numbers. If you want to input integer numbers, we are giving scanf followed by %d. %d specifies integer number. And these numbers can be read based on ampersand num1, ampersand num2. Num1 and num2 are the variables in which we are going to store the integer data types. Inputting real numbers. How we are going to read the real numbers? So scanf followed by %f. %f specifies the floating point numbers. So here we are going to read three values: ampersand x, ampersand y, and ampersand z. And here we are going. We have it may be exponential, decimal or octal values, so they can be read. Inputting the character strings. So based on the we are going to read a string based on %ws or %wc, where w represents how many characters we are going to read from that particular word. Reading mixed data type. If you want to read different data types, then we are going to give its particular data type with the variable name in which we are storing that data. So this is for reading mixed data types. Next, what are the rules for scanf function? So each variable to be read must have a field specification. For each field specification, there must be a variable address of proper type. Any non-white space character used in the formatted string must have a matching character in the user input also. Never end the format string with white space. It is a fatal error. So these are the rules which we have to follow when we are giving the scanf statement. Next, moving to the formatted output statement. So here formatted output is a printf statement. The basic format of a printf function call is printf followed by the format string, then list of expressions, where format string is a layout of what's being printed, how it has to be printed. List of expressions is a comma separated list of variables or expressions yielding results to be inserted into the output. To output string literals, just use one parameter on printf, the string itself. That is, for example, print hello world means it will print hello world. Printf greetings earthling means it will print whatever we are giving within the double quotes. So this is about the printf statement. So what are the different conversion specifiers we are using in order to give in our printf function or printf statement? A conversion specifier, it is a symbol that is used as a placeholder in a formatting string. For integer output, for example, %d is the specifier that holds the place for integers. Here are some commonly used conversion specifiers which we are going to use in our program. So I'll read it out. %d is for signed decimal integer. %u is for unsigned decimal integer. %f is for floating point values. %e is for floating point exponential values, and %s is for string, %c is for characters. So this is about the formatted output and the conversion specifier. So we have an example here, printing integers. How we are going to print the integers? To output an integer, use %d in the format string and an integer expression in the list of expressions. Int num students, we have an example here. Int num students. Num students is a variable name in which we are going to store integer value 35123. Printf fsu has %d students. How many students are there? Means 35,123 students are present in the FSU. That is one university. So printing floating point numbers, how we are going to print means with the help of %f. Already I have explained you. %f means it is floating point number. %e if you are using means it is